He argued that in this tiny gap, we have a different kind of power, the power of veto. Now, before you throw your hands up and decide you're just a sophisticated meat puppet, you should know the story doesn't end there. Interestingly, Benjamin Libet himself didn't think he'd killed free will. He pointed to that tiny window of time, about 150 milliseconds, between a person becoming aware of their urge and the action itself. He argued that in this tiny gap, we have a different kind of power, the power of veto. He called it free won't. Your unconscious brain might serve up the impulse to grab another cookie, but your conscious mind can still slap that hand away at the last second. This opens the door to a more subtle kind of freedom, not about initiating impulses, but about selecting which ones we let become reality. Beyond that, many philosophers are compatibilists. They argue that free will and determinism can actually coexist. Their point is that we've been defining free will all wrong. A compatibilist would say a choice is free not if it's uncaused, but if it's caused by the right things, namely your internal beliefs, desires, and values, without somebody holding a gun to your head. From this angle, it doesn't matter if your decision was the end of a long causal chain. What matters is that the final link in that chain was you. If someone forced your hand to press a button, that wasn't free. But if you pressed it because, after a process of deliberation unique to your brain and history, you wanted to, that was a free choice. The fact that your wanting was itself determined doesn't cancel out the freedom, because the wanting was still yours. Of course, critics argue this is just playing with words to save the concept.